Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Invisible Ink. In the last episode, we picked up Decker, so now's the time to dump a bunch of money into him. Something like that is playable. Don't think we need to invest much more. Will I give him the cloaking rig, of course? But look at all those augments. Sharp's getting a little nuts. Just needs one more to max out, huh? We could give Decker a point of like strength, but we don't have that many items. I don't think that's super important. Monster, by the way, is selling a gun for like $1,000. A dart of some kind. Not terribly interested, but I thought I would mention it. I don't like clicking on it because I don't like having to listen to Monster say whatever annoying stuff he says for the millionth time. But that's I did check, and that's what he's saying. So, regrettably, well, first of all, there's new missions available because we went over the day border. But regrettably, none of them, there's like no nearby vaults. I was hoping to get to use our vault card on a vault. There's a few things we could do. One is we could head to this cybernetics lab and use the vault card there to get more augments. We have quite a few open slots, right? Olivia has 2, Sharp has 1, Decker has 1, that's 4. If we found more augment grafters behind a vault door, I would be happy to take them, I guess. We could come down here, either before or after doing this vault stuff. This, I should say, Plastic Cybernetics Lab stuff. And pick up our 4th agent. We're not overflowing with money. We have enough that we could probably give him get him up to speed. Haha. So that's reasonable. Also, like, these 2 missions are appealing. The nanofab here and the security dispatch are both nice. These financial suites are okay, except that we already have a vault card. Like, I'd be happy to go do them, except we already have the vault card. And there's not likely to be another vault before the mission at the end of day 3. And, we could still use our vault card after that, but it's like, that's an awful long time. So another thing we could do is head here and pick up another executive terminals and fish harder for a vault. Or something, more stuff in this area, so that we can head over to this vault, for example, without wasting a bunch of time flying. And I kind of like that idea. I like, just hit up another executive terminal. Why not? More than, like, it's fast to get to. It opens up our options. These missions cost us time. I think I like it. I think we're going to go do the executive terminal. And given that we're doing that, there's no real need to save our money. So, well, actually, like, what exactly am I going to spend it on, though, right? Have we been needing much hacking skill? It's been a few days since I played, so I'm trying to remember. I think with Seed and Golem, we don't really need much. It's nice to have a little bit of buffer, though, so maybe I'll just give Alex another point of hacking and call it good. Alright, let's head to the executive terminal. I hope you guys appreciate, or, like, at any rate, don't find it terribly boring that I do my thinking about upgrading agents and what missions to do on camera. Like, that's something I could do off camera. It certainly is a lot of time of, like, not really playing the main game, which I feel like is this part. But, I don't know. I think it's probably useful and interesting to see what I'm thinking about in the strategic layer as well as the tactical layer. I don't know. Like, if anybody feels strongly one way or the other, like, let me know. There's not a ton of people watching this, so if you have an opinion, you might be in the majority, just by virtue of being the one person who's going to say something. And I don't mind adjusting one way or the other, really. Boy, this room is messy. I feel like we have to end our turn here. This is just such a nice, quiet spot to let us see what's going on in all of this area. This would be, either of these would be pretty safe. Particularly if we chose to ambush standing here, we would be quite safe. It's quite a bit more forward than here, so I think it's probably worth the slight risk. I guess this is just as good, but it risks attacking guards we don't want to attack more often, and it doesn't get us this power quite as conveniently. So let's just come in here. There's probably not any guards going through the area, but in case there are, let's ambush and hang out here. We could move here, which is... The risk is that a guard is going to come through this door and go 1, 2, 3, 4.5, and then see us. Here, no guard can see us without getting knocked out, which is an improvement for sure. Maybe being a little bit further forward is worth the slight extra risk, but I'd rather not. Likewise, this spot is not any good at all, whereas this one is much better. This is a very secure location. No guard is like ever gonna see this. But there's, 2.5 wasted moves. On the other hand, like, Decker does not have a weapon, and so I can't have him ambush while standing here, and a guard could go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5, and like walk into Decker. So I'd rather he be down here. Waste a little bit of time, but that's not really the most pressing problem right now. I don't think. We have enough time. We already just have plenty of AP. We just need to not make any dumb mistakes that drastically accelerate the timetable. Alright, I heard a lot of guards up in this area. I'm thinking, let's see, this is an ordinary security guard. I'm thinking we run past this guy and then have Olivia draw him up here so that he doesn't follow these two. She can also, have a convenient side effect, steal from him that way. What? Yeah, let's just come down here, open both of these doors so we get a good peek.
Do you see that?
Okay, so we don't need to go in here anytime soon. Which means, I guess, we'll send Decker... Who is this? This is Sharp. We'll send Sharp down this way, and Decker up this way. And leave Olivia in back to steal from this guy, because she has the most anarchy. Yeah, that seems fine.
Hey, what was that?
Okay, we'll leave his money though. Let's just put him right here, I guess.
What?
Oh, I can't leave him here. I didn't realize he can see this square. Alright, let's put him here. Now he goes 1, 2, 3.5, 4. 3.5, 4, 5, 6.5, 7.5. He gets to right here. We have the AP to observe him to verify. Indeed, that is what he will do. Fine. That makes it easy to steal from him, and then be on our way. Wish there was something I could spend a golem on, but since I can't, I might as well wisp. Since it's free after all. Please ambush, just in case someone's walking through this door. I heard a lot of guards up here though, so I don't expect anyone is down here.
Must be imagining things.
Seemed like a lot of guards. Okay. I can cope with being seen opening this door, so I'll go ahead and open before peeking. Alright, what's this all about? Okay, he's looking down there. We can golem this. That seems like a good investment. On the other hand, right now our golem is extremely cheap. It only costs like 1. So if I can find something to wisp, I can get better value by doing that first.
Looks like we've hit a power relay
So like even these 2 guards
If we
are
have a lot
pretty
of
good
power,
wisp.
we can sell it off for some extra credit. need to find a second switch. Activate them at the same time, and we'll have access to the power transformer, wherever that is.
So this is only noticed. They won't see me if I open the door, but they will come to investigate. So that's a possibility. Seems okay. I can cope with being noticed.
Did you see that?
Alright. Found some extra stuff. This guy. Alright, I was hoping maybe I would see some more guards before I commit to Wisp. But I'm a little bit afraid of exploring into this room now before Wisping, because I don't know what these two are going to be up to. On the other hand, I didn't hear this drone move at all, and it's facing southeast, which means if it were moving, it must have come from here. And it's sort of hard to imagine a drone doing that and me not hearing it. And this guy, I know, was stationary. So I feel like I already have a pretty good idea that both of these guards are stationary. Of course, this guy's going to come investigate, but that's fine. We can just walk over here, and it's going to be no issue at all. I think I can afford to be a bit riskier.
What was that?
Before taking the Wisp, come in here and look for more enemies. Hello?
Did you see that?
Oh, I forgot. He saw that too. Alright, yeah, let's do one more peek. Alright, fine, no more enemies. Now we can Wisp these guys. Yeah, the golem does cost only one. Okay, so I was wrong. This guy is not stationary, evidently. How is he even facing that way, then? That doesn't make sense to me. 3, 6... Shouldn't he be facing southeast after that path? I guess his path back is 1, 2, 5, 6. Don't know why I didn't hear that last turn, then. So this guy doesn't quite get to here, right? Let's confirm. 3, 4.5, 5, 6, 7. Oh, he doesn't even get close. It's the drone who gets here. This guy only gets to, like, here. Which means that we can come up here and have this room to ourselves next turn. Demon database. Not really inclined to... Well... No. Alright, so now I could take this camera, or I could start on the stuff in Alex's room. I guess another point is that I should deal with this guy since he's pretty simple. And I'm sort of intentionally getting his attention here so he'll stay in this room for a turn longer before pursuing up here. And we can take this camera right away, but we still can't actually get further in the room without taking over something of this stuff. The power supply costs a lot of power, and the turret activates a demon as well as perhaps shooting at guards, both things I'm not very excited about. So it's sort of a question of, like, how urgent is it that we get in here? Maybe the thing to do is to, this turn, send Decker up in this direction, and on some future turn, try to leave this area open for Olivia to explore once we've wrangled all the firewall devices. Right, like do this now while coming up here. And then next turn, get at least part way into the room, maybe all the way, and like spend some power on getting this power supply taken. In here, I don't know, I guess we'll just peek. Something that occurs to me is I maybe should have considered using my stim to get into this room rather than hanging out up here, but I don't think that's a great idea. We don't know what's back here. We wouldn't have been able to deal with it necessarily, whereas this approach leaves this room open to us pretty safely. Shouldn't need to ambush with anyone, but it also can't really hurt. Things go so badly wrong with my plan that a guard is touching one of those two, I'd rather knock them out than not. Wow!
Investigating. Must be jumping tonight.
Apparently this guy's patrol path brings him in here? I didn't realize that. Yikes. Okay. That's exciting. So we can steal from this guard and then get going in here. Seems like a good use of our turn. But I did hear another guard down here, so I want to be careful. There he is. Ooh, there's a spot to hide, huh? I don't remember what... Like, I couldn't tell exactly where this guy was going. Like, what spaces we heard him walking in. But, I don't think it was out here. So, what we can do is assume that he's walking through this door. And hide out over here, for example. Or we could just hide here. Like, these are all perfectly good hiding spots. Or here. They're all reasonably good. One thing I'm worried about is there could be a camera right here, which would sort of put a damper on my day. So what I'm going to do is just peek standing here to confirm that there's not. Turns out there is one, but it's not on yet. And then come back here to hide in safety. Well, we can't get through this area yet, so this plan of sending Decker up here and then, like, leaving is not working out. I guess what we'll do is just blow through this turn to get Decker into this area and have Olivia follow this guy. Now, there's the problem that this guy's going to be staring right at us, so we won't be able to get in here. I'm not sure exactly what to do about that. Maybe Olivia can run some distraction schemes here. Not sure exactly how. This guy should be... This square is in his peripheral vision. So we could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. That's 8 of our moves, leaving us with 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That leaves us here with 3 moves, and this guard investigating here, and this guard investigating here. And we don't quite have enough moves to get to here, which would be the safe place to be. We could KO this guard after distracting this one. Oh, wait, this square is in his peripheral vision, right? And that saves me the turns I need. What? Diagonal. Yeah, traces out to here. Means I could come here, and then be here with 5 moves left, having distracted both of these guys. Although, actually, doesn't he, like, directly view this square? So they see... Yeah, so if I walk out here, this guard would notice me. So I can't actually go out into this room at all, which I would need to do in order to distract this guy. Maybe this is the time to use a crybaby, and then figure out how to steal it back later. Send both of these guards out here, or something. That sounds pretty good. Maybe I could put the crybaby somewhere that, like, I could even recover it from this turn? I'm not sure about that, because if it's inside this room, it won't stop this guy from ending his turn right here, which is the whole problem. And if it's outside this room, then I can't recover it. So I think that I have to either recover it later somehow, or not use it, because I can't distract this guy, which is the point. Could I do anything with sprinting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, I think if I stood right here, he would hear me, but obviously I don't want to do that. Here, maybe he would, I'm not sure. But it doesn't address the problem of him coming to get me. 1, 2, 3, 4. He does hear here. That's an interesting idea. What if I were to no, I can't walk there because this guy hears it. Yeah, alright. So there's just like no way except using the Crybaby to attract all these guards to somewhere more convenient. But it does seem pretty attractive to get them out of the way. Let's explore with Decker first, down in this area, before I commit. Alright.
Did you see that?
I had an unjustified belief that there would be nobody standing there able to see me. I was thinking if there is someone, you know, I can ambush. It won't be a big deal, but I can't. I'm gonna have to use a cloak instead. I mean, and it's a cloaking rig 3, and like it won't be a disaster to have done that. But I could use the turret. To get his attention by killing him. It certainly does appeal. And if I took, well, oh, actually I don't even have the power, so forget it. But supposing that I could take the turret, it wouldn't actually kill him this turn. It would just overwatch and make him stop his movement, and then like we could cloak past him, and maybe like hack the power supply so that the turret doesn't kill him after all. But that's looking like a no-go. It looks like we can't do that. We just won't have enough power, and there's no way to get it. So we'll just cloak. It's kind of a shame to use it like this, but that's life. And then we'll like get behind cover next turn and hide. Okay, so now the question of what to do with these guys. I've pondered a lot about whether it's a good idea to use a Crybaby or what. And I think it is because I don't want this guy coming in here and I can't figure out any other way to prevent it. I could knock him out. I think that might be better because like getting the Crybaby back is going to be kind of hard. Yeah, just come up here and then come back here and knock this guy out. It's not ideal, but well, what am I saying? Like, just waiting a turn is not so bad. And the turn after this, they'll, well, no, they're kind of going to be taking turns looking at the area I need to go to, aren't they? What is the other end of this guy's patrol path? I distracted him a bit, and I don't remember where he was originally coming from. Like, was it over here somewhere? I don't know. I'm not sure where I can, like, how I can get... Ah! I think I can resynchronize these guards by distracting this guy by opening the door. Then he'll spend his next turn just looking around, not making any progress. Oh, but when he does, he'll kind of notice me in his peripheral vision, and I won't be able to get away from him. That doesn't seem so great. Ugh! I think knocking this guy out is just the best plan I've been able to come up with. Nothing is very great. Let's try to keep an eye on what this guy does. And there's a lot of stuff left to be hacked. But there's quite a few consoles down here near Sharp, so that's something. Hopefully he can get to them soon. like to be able to get through devices faster than one per turn for the moment. The security level is going to go up next turn, so that means a camera is coming on, or some cameras are coming on. Where exactly are those? There's one here. That's pretty inconvenient. No, it's not. It's fine. We'll be leaving this room. There's one down here somewhere, right? Yeah, there's one here. I don't think any of those are a huge problem.
Investigating the area. Nothing.
Yeah, as we expected, he's going through that door.
Investigating area. Guess there was nothing.
We found the other relay switch, so that's cool. Not super critical, but oh, yeah, we got some power. Nice work, Olivia.
Don't let them see you.
Okay, so as we predicted, wow! Another Cloaking Rig 3! Amazing! As we predicted, Decker's gonna need to find a hiding spot, but that's like not a big deal. We can manage that. He is not tagged. It would be nice to be able to tag these last two guards this turn if possible, but it's not necessarily my highest priority. I don't know what my highest priority is, I just know it might or might not be doing that. That's all. Let's peek. There could be a camera staring. Oh, it's the relay room. Interesting. Well, maybe we don't want to follow up on that guy after all. He ended his turn like down here somewhere, right? So up here is safe from him, but this room is a bit of a hazard, and the camera makes it awkward to park here as well. Maybe here is the safe spot, right? Yeah, nobody will see this. The drone is looking southeast. Yeah, okay. So I think that we don't have enough power right now to be selling it for money. I'd rather just, like... Can I get to this and still get out? 1, 2.5, 3.5. I can just grab this and leave. Seems like an okay use of our power for the turn. Although maybe not the absolute best use. Seems okay. So let's see what's going on here. This is the end of this part of the facility. So now we kind of have to choose whether we're devoting Olivia to pinning this guy, or like trying to come up here and grab this stuff. It seems to me that there's not much else she can do other than pin him, right? This camera's a bit inconvenient. Boy, I guess the objective must be over through one of, like, this area, right? Probably down here. It seems like for the moment the Decker's in charge of everything. Didn't mean to push that. Glad it wasn't a problem. I guess Sharp has a fair amount of stuff down here to do, but none of it is like mission critical. But I guess we are sort of in a hurry to do it, just to like get it over and get back into real life. Yeah, I think let's take this turn. Decker can't really get into this area just yet anyway, since he's got the Spec Ops guy to deal with. And Olivia doesn't have anything else to do. This camera, as long as we don't move, won't be a problem. And there's no real rush to move Olivia anyway. So I'll just park her on top of this guy, come in here and grab this when there's time. It occurs to me I probably should have given Decker that point in strength after all. Even though I don't need him to carry more items, it's convenient to drag pinned guards a bit further. Yeah, so let's take this. And that'll get Alex back into this room. Which I guess it's kind of hard to make progress in, because every turn, one of these two is staring at this area, right? Maybe I should resync the guards by taking the human guard and distracting him down into here on one of the turns when he's watching. Then the two of them will be synced back up, so that they're either both watching it or neither. That seems useful. I'm not sure exactly the details of how to make that happen without being spotted, but I should be able to manage it. Firewalls are not going up for some time, so we have the luxury of planning. We might be able to scrounge up enough power. There's not a lot of urgent stuff that needs to get done right now, honestly. And it's not too hard for us to get to these things, so something to keep in mind as a possibility anyway. I think I'll just leave Decker right here. The Spec Ops guy I'll leave going up there, which is fine, means I can get into here, which is where I think I want to go. Question, how many safes have we seen? 1, 2, 3. 3 safes. So there are 2 left in addition to the objective somewhere, and the relay room, which is not a safe. So a lot left actually, but oh really? It does scan you. I could have sworn it only did that when you move. Well, we might need a rewind on this. You know what? We can probably use the Crybaby to get out of it. We should hack the camera so that the alarm level doesn't continue to go up. But we can just distract these guys from their goal of checking her out and be fine, I think. Send them... well, I'm not sure where. I guess it has to be somewhere up here so that neither of them goes and looks at her. We need this turret as well. Can we sprint? Have we seen all the guards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we have seen all of the guards in the facility, and therefore there is no harm in sprinting with Decker. Let's grab this power, of course. Yes, this is the objective room as anticipated. Probably a couple safes tucked up here.
There's the executive terminal. I bet they're writing gripping TPS reports on that.
Which is more urgent? Probably up here, the safes. Ooh, hello. It seems about the same, honestly. I guess this is kind of more urgent because there's a ton of stuff up here that's about to go up when the... I don't know. I don't have any strong reasons. Yeah, so I think we'll just hit this security camera up so that we don't repeat the mistake of... I didn't realize they scanned you at the beginning of a turn if you weren't moving. I thought they only scanned you when you moved. Because I feel like I've had turns where I was invisible but in view of a camera and ended my turn, and then next turn when I faded into view, the camera did not scan me. But maybe I'm just misremembering how that works, and I have not had that experience. Anyway, I'll send both guards... Actually, here is a pretty good spot, because there's some chance that it'll cause the Spec Ops guy to not be observing this door, and then we could, like, pop up and hit the relay switch or something. Or steal the Crybaby back from him or whatever. And Olivia, of course, has nothing better to do than just observe both these guys to confirm that they will not be a problem. And they won't. Looks like we won't be able to steal the Crybaby back just yet. But, you know, Olivia's not going to get shot yet, so that's something. Yeah, so anyway, what I was thinking was, let's distract this guy to down here, right? Or here, I guess. That'll sync them back up. Oh no, he's stationary, isn't he? There's no such thing as syncing him up. He's stationary looking down here, which is fine. It just means we have to wait a couple turns until the drone, until he's in no. Ugh. Yeah, this is not a safe move to make, because he might choose to walk here then here, and then when he looks around he'll see us in what is at the moment our only safe hiding place. So I think just bide our time with Sharp. There's a lot of things I want to hack before the firewalls go up. I still don't totally have Olivia's situation resolved, but it's under control for the moment. It's contained, you might say. But I mean, we found the edge of the facility, right? We found all the things we need to do, and we're not under so much pressure that I feel like we'll have too much trouble doing them. They are achievable, and if we need to, we can sort of unplug early. In terms of like leaving some safes behind. I really would like to get this power, is the thing. Like, I'm feeling that's the main constraint. We explored everything a lot, and now we just need more power, right? This guy's going to be looking back up this way next turn, so we won't really be able to get anywhere. I mean, he'll be looking northwest, which means we're just barely safe standing here. I feel like maybe the idea is to just wait until the guard patrols change. Make sure we have this guy tagged as well so that we can figure out a way around. So maybe... Yes, I can open this door and peek. And we have everyone in view now on this turn. All the untagged guys, but also all the tagged guys. Every guard is in view right now. So this is a good turn to spend a wisp. And now we have everyone and can adjust pretty quickly when we grab this. So I'm thinking maybe the thing to do is try to grab that as quickly as possible, because it gets Sharp and Olivia more easily making progress. Perhaps, anyway. I'm not sure about Olivia, but it should help Sharp at least. These guys are causing him quite a bother. And then he can pick up power, and that should accelerate us some, is my hope. But you know what? This mission has been pretty slow going, and we're a fair ways into it. So I'm going to declare this the halfway point, which feels about right to me in terms of time. I feel like we are about halfway through. So we'll cut this episode here, and I will see you in part 2 for the thrilling conclusion to this K&O Executive Terminals. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.